that year, he was the best player in the league. He presented a scare to us. They felt like they had a chance, and barring from John Paxson's shot, things could have been totally different.
You're a perennial all-star. You've been the all-star MVP. You've helped bring the Olympic gold medal back to the United States. And this year, I guess you would say that if you were looking for what an MVP season is, your season this year is a role model for an MVP season. You led your team in assists, you led them in rebounds, you led them in points, and you led them to the best record in the NBA. The fans here and around America join me in congratulating you, Charles Barkley, the 1992-93 National Basketball Association Most Valuable Player. Congratulations.
Charles Barkley was unstoppable.
Like this little fat guy, he can't play. He goes up, boom. I'm like, hey, he's pretty good. That fool jumped. I mean, but when he jumped, it was like.
What? If you was going to war and you was in a foxhole, that's the guy you want with you because you know he's going to give you everything he got while he's out there.
And I want to tell you a story. In 1992, Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, Ewing, Robinson, Malone, all of us represented the Dream Team. We trained to get ready to represent the United States. This man was the best player out of all the players. He dominated every single night, every practice. And he was also the most exciting player.
Charles Barkley's 1992-93 season wasn't just a great year. It was a seismic event that redefined his career and the Phoenix Suns. After a successful but ultimately unfulfilling stint in Philadelphia, Barkley's trade to Phoenix marked not a fresh start, but a full-blown takeover. His stat line, 25.6 points, 12.2 rebounds, and 5.1 assists, doesn't fully capture the dominance he displayed. He wasn't simply versatile, he was a dynamic force, capable of impacting the game in every facet. He transformed the Suns, a talented but directionless team, into a 62-win juggernaut. His 52% shooting efficiency, achieved while averaging 37.6 minutes per game and playing undersized, highlighted his sheer physical and technical mastery. From the outset, it was clear this was a new Barkley. He arrived in Phoenix with a burning intensity, playing with a level of ferocity that silenced any doubters. His 27 games with 15-plus rebounds underscored his dominance in the paint. The season wasn't just about statistics. It was a display of sheer will. Barkley redefined expectations for determination and excellence. His on-court presence was a masterclass in bending the game to his will. Off the court, Barkley's outspoken personality became a cultural phenomenon.
I am not a role model. I am not paid to be a role model. I am paid to wreak havoc on the basketball court. Parents should be role models. Just because I dunk a basketball doesn't mean I should raise your kids.
He was unfiltered and unapologetic, challenging the status quo and sparking conversations beyond basketball. He embraced the spotlight and thrived under pressure. Culturally, the season elevated Barkley to an iconic status. He became a crossover star, transcending sports and entertainment. The season's defining narrative was the collision with Michael Jordan. The MVP showdown and the subsequent finals clash were more than just games. They were battles of titans. Barkley's Suns, built in his image, faced Jordan's Bulls, the reigning champions. Despite ultimately losing the finals, Barkley averaged 27.3 points and 13 rebounds, demonstrating his ability to compete with the best. The 1992-93 season was a singularity, a moment where Barkley's power and determination reached their peak. It was a direct challenge to Jordan's dominance, a challenge that captivated the basketball world, and it wasn't his first time.
We were playing Philly in the playoffs, and I guess I got into a hot rhythm, and I had about 40-some points, and Charles was yelling. I can hear him yelling in the huddle, talking about, who's going to guard this guy? Somebody's got to guard this guy. That's all right. I guard this guy. So I go, and then we're playing, and we got into a switch, and Charles jumps out and guards me. And yeah, I never known Charles as a defensive stopper. So the first thing he does, he breaks down in this defensive position with hands up. Everything looks technically right. And I just laugh. I say, when in the hell are you going to start playing defense? And who taught you how to get in a defensive stance? And I had to pass it. But that's the type of guy. He would take on a challenge, even though he was not up to the challenge. He didn't care. And that's just him.
This season wasn't just a turning point. It was a revolution. Charles Barkley became Sir Charles, the round mound of rebound, leaving an indelible mark on basketball history. His influence extends beyond statistics. It's woven into the fabric of the game itself. See y'all next video.